Frankie G here, Team Pakataka Rocco, sitting in the basement again because it's cruddy out again, go figure, with the weather. But wanted to do a rigging video of some of the minnow baits that I throw. You know, some of these rigs obviously may not be new to some of you. They're pretty basic, but there are a couple of little methods that I tried, and I think they work the best. So let's get started. First thing, how many people went down this rabbit hole like I did? 6 cents panorama. Yeah, I got sucked in. They look freaking really good. But what I've noticed is, man, I found they're really difficult to rig and rig correctly. At least for them, they don't look right to me sometimes. But I have found two methods that I think are the best. I know the guys flip them. The guys fish them on a wobblehead. They Texas rig them. They do a bunch of different things. But the method that I like, the two methods that I like, I should say. One, real simple. Here's the 5-inch version. And I don't usually use the 5-inch or the 3.5-inch version. This is simply a hover rig. Now, the hover rig works the best on the 5-inch. I haven't found one that works really good on the 3.5. I'd like to try and throw it on the 3.5, but it's a little small. But yes, just doing a straight hover rig. The other thing you can do is I found these hooks on Amazon. And I don't know, I gotta be honest with you, I don't know what the name brand is, but it's a 90-degree bend. It's a pretty stout hook, and they come with these little welded keepers, just like some of the Japanese hover rig hooks. And this one's actually rigged with it. This is another 5-inch version. So you can slide it in, it doesn't tear the bait up. The only thing is obviously now it's weightless. You can fish it like that, I guess, it'd take forever to get down. Or what I utilize a lot is obviously the Lunker City Nico weights. Now, simply, all you can do is just like poke it right through the head. Bingo. There you go. Now you got it weighted. Now this is obviously track kind of nose down. But what's cool about this is you can actually move this around. Like if you poke it through the top more, like so. See, now you can actually shake it like you would some of these other minnow baits. Okay, if you're scoping. The other thing that I like to do is just fish it as a straight Nico. There's a couple of ways that I rig it. Number one is, obviously everybody knows about these little, I don't know what it is. It's a little T system. I think it's from Geek Crack. One of these Japanese guys came up with it, like they normally all do. And then you can fish it with this, or what I like to use too is, and this seems to hold pretty well, and it'll hold on the little one. Let me see if you can see that better. This is one of the Owner springs. Okay, oh, dropped it. One of the Owner springs, and it's the small version. And I like these because they come with a little guide pin on it. I don't know if you can see that real well. But what I like to do with that is simply take it, put it right in the middle of the bait. Okay, twist it through, just spin the bait right on there. Okay. Now, there's a couple of different hooks I use. What I like about this is it tends to stay on there. It doesn't slip through. Yes, you could wacky rig it sideways, but it doesn't look right. So what you can do is on the 5-inch, this is, I believe, a decoy, a 1.0 decoy hook. A lot of wacky rigging hooks. Another one that I like to use, this is a Lunker City Nico hook. Okay. And what you can do is, when you have the hook tied on, simply put it through the nose. I like to do it just because it helps you support it and you can screw it in better, right? What I like to do is get it down under the plastic, okay, and tighten it right up, okay? That's going to hold your bait in a perfect position, okay? Then, of course, Lunker City Nico weight right in the nose. Boom. Now, I'm using a pretty big weight here. You can go down to the 16th ounce. I just didn't think you'd see the 16th that well. But throwing this on the scope definitely works. I know it looks a little wacky, but trust me, give it a try. because this looks like a dying alewife. I mean, this is just unbelievably looking in the water, and I have caught fish doing it. Couple of other rigs that I wanted to mention. I do a lot with Lunker City finesse fish. Now, real simple. This is nothing new. I know it looks wacky, but this is a 7-inch finesse fish. I like using the Arkansas Shiner color. This isn't the Arkansas Shiner color, but I normally use the Arkansas Shiner color. I started doing this down in Florida a lot. I wanted to come up with something that mimics these fish eating the wild shiners. And, you know, a lot of times you're fishing around the guide boats, and these guys are slinging these big shiners around, and trust me, they're catching them and you're not. It's just the way it is down in Florida. But I did notice that fishing around those boats and around the edge of these mats and stuff, just simply wacky rigging it, you got to see what this thing looks like in the water. Trust me. For whatever reason, it doesn't work that great up here. But down south and down in Florida, where they have those shiner eaters, and I mean, I've caught some really good fish doing this. My favorite hook with that is this one right here. What it is actually, here's a pack right here, is the Gamakatsu stringer hook or stinger hook in a 2.0. This is a 1.0, but the 2.0, that's just a great Nico hook. It's a little on the heavier side, and it works well. Now, I will say this. I've nail weighted this. Doesn't work really good with a nail weight in it. For whatever reason, you're better off like this. Watch what it looks like. Just trust me on the 7-inch and watch what it looks like. Also, can never go wrong with the 5-inch. Okay, the 5-inch up here on a regular, you know, I think this is the core tackle hover rig. That works great. One little side note, something I like to do. I know this, maybe it doesn't matter to me, it looks better, matters to me. That's all that matters. If you like it, do it. I will always glue eyes on. I don't know. I think it makes a big difference. I think it looks cooler anyways. So, and it's always better to look good than to be good, I guess. So that's just a couple of rigging methods for some of these wacky little minnow baits. Drop your comments. Let me know what you think. Talk to you soon.